You see that hind? We're gonna take it.
We have James Burns here from Black Ops. James is Frank Woods in Black Ops.
Welcome back. It's time to announce the character of the year. Yeah. All right, and the winner is Sergeant Woods, Call of Duty Black Ops.
Looks don't count for shit in the jungle. It's nah, baby.
It's you, yes! Yes!
Frank Woods.
Frank Woods! Yeah! Call of Duty Black Ops!
I'm here with Dave Anthony, director of Black Ops, and we are here at House of Moves because we are going into the mocap room to do something a little special with Frank Woods. Can you tell me how he was able to steal the spotlight and the VGA nomination when he's not even a playable character?
The actor James Burns, if you knew this guy and if you meet him, you will instantly know the answer to this. James is such a charismatic guy, and he just is this character.
So you are Sergeant Frank Woods in Call of Duty Black Ops.
Ma'am. You think I'm fucking nuts? This guy.
All right. This is my Wednesday evening test drive. A little bit late, but you know, it's all good. So who's here? Narks, how you doing, man? Usually working. Chicken Nugget is here. Mark Segoviano. CMVP, glad you're here. Dakota Warrior, Sunny D. Sunny D. Yeah. Stony Baloney and Sunny D. Rude Boy, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, been a crazy week. It's just getting great. Good things happen. When I say crazy, that means there's just a high velocity of activity. Yeah, like I got a movie. There's a couple commercials sniffing around. There's another movie, a bunch of TV shows, and I'm doing this really cool improv class. So it's just a lot, man. It's a lot, and it's fun. It's having a great time. I go to bed. I go to bed busy, and I wake up busy. So, orange drink is a fan. I don't know what that means. What are you guys up to on a Wednesday night? Again, this is a test drive. Won't be a long show. It's going to be a test drive. I got a brand new screen here. I got one of those big 49-inch curved screens, gaming screens, and I'm working with that for editing. Is that what it is? No, this is for the role. I have to grow this out big for October. I head to Chicago in October for a movie. No. Depends on what you need, man. I got people outside walking around. You going to see Metallica? Enjoy the show, man. Enjoy the show. Oh, he's playing a campaign? Isn't that a great campaign? Yeah, I thought it was great. You still doing Warzone, huh? Yeah, I pulled my I have not been on in so long. It's like I can't afford the distractions anymore. I wake up and I got to take things off my list. I have a list every day, and there's only so many things you can do in a day, right? Yeah. Payday 2? No, I don't know what that is. Yeah. Oh my God, I just ate 6 hot dogs. Holy crap. Well, over the course of 2 hours, but still. Hey, Sonny, the Wednesday evening is great, man. I'm taking a break. I just finished up a couple of auditions. I'm prepping for tomorrow. I have a meeting with the director tomorrow, and yeah, so that's so I'm getting ready for tomorrow. Gonna try to go to bed early tonight. I've been going to bed late. I had to stay up to get something submitted by midnight, and I got it in. So it's going to be early night for Sarge. No, man, because I don't eat buns. All right, so that's number one. Somehow I've eliminated bread from my diet. So I'll have maybe a piece of toast in the morning. But that's it. I don't eat bread at all. And so I have a salad, and I had these really high quality hot dogs, and I cook like all 5 at once. So I eat 1 or 2, and then I sit down for an hour, and then I get up. I'm hungry again, so I grab another one, and I just ate the last one. And it's just, when it's clean protein, it's really easy to just do that. Yeah, I think it's the Woods figure from Black Ops 4, right? You're getting, because the Cold War Woods is a little, he's a little fleshy. It's not as warrior like. So I really like the Black Ops 4 version of Woods best, I think. Yeah. I'm a grill. I have a grill in the backyard, and I swear to God, it's on every day. And the minute I feel hungry, instead of going and picking at I have no junk at the house anyways. I go out and I just grab. I have a refrigerator full of meat. I order of a company I order from, and I usually pull out something for So I always have something available to cook. And hey, Brock Fuller, man, I may be shifting over to Wednesday nights. Saturday mornings are. It's not an efficient time to do it. And I think a lot of folks, Saturday's tough for a lot of people, I'm realizing, because it's Saturday. You want to do shit. You want to be out there on your bikes, playing a sport. So Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, it's a good time. It's midweek. It's like a boost halfway through the week. Here, check in, say hi, see how things are going. That's it. That's it. It is that one. That's a great Woods. We reshot that. Hey, Oriole player, glad you're here, man. This is a test drive. We are just shifting gears from Saturday to Wednesday, and I finally jumped on and to see just a test drive. Won't be here long tonight, so just glad you're saying hi. Mondo Virus, how you doing, buddy? Alec Rhodes, oh my gosh. Where you been, dude? Calling it a cat, man. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I just think that it's Saturday mornings for people who go out. It just seems like Wednesday night is a good break in the week, good break in the action. I hope we're working on more interesting content, and that should be happening sooner than later. Yeah. Yeah, Brock, I agree 100%. I agree. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, well, you're at Chico State. Man, congratulations. Proud of you, dude. Really proud of you. Well done. Gravy. My boy Gravy is in town. I'm great. Yeah, it's good when you have to pull things from your schedule because there's just not enough time in the day. But you always got to carve out at least 30 minutes to sit down and just breathe. Take a breath, relax, and breathe. It's really important. Schedule in time to sit, turn electronics off, sit alone, and just sit there, stretch, and just listen. Do some breathing. It's a medicinal. You'll figure it out, man. Just go with the easy choice. That. Hey, Jim, I'm having a great night talking to you. Is Gino? How you doing, man? Yeah, just take a breath. So important, especially when you feel tight. Take a deep breath right down into your belly button and expand, and then all of a sudden be like a dolphin and just pop it out. Makes me feel great. Did I ever get homesick? Great question. My first semester at college was rough, really rough, because it was rough because I really didn't, it really didn't change much for me. I kind of went to school with a bunch of guys I went to high school with, so it was a weird transition, and it wasn't fully disconnected, and things were going great. I wasn't at the school I wanted to be. So a whole bunch of reasons why, but that didn't last very long. Once we was playing hockey in college. Once we started playing hockey, like, it was all done. And once you find your friend group, it takes a minute. You got to take a minute. You get it. And I was a shy guy, so I didn't know how to make friends easily. And so as soon as I started playing a sport and I connected with teammates, then it became okay. Junker, yeah. Hey, Super Vanilla, how you doing? Hey, Josh. Oh yeah. I skated on Saturday. I may go tomorrow morning. I got a big day tomorrow. I've got a Zoom meeting for a film, and then I have a live audition tomorrow. I haven't had one of those in a long time, and that takes me into West Hollywood tomorrow. It's just a disaster. 4:30, so that means to go 7 miles, it takes me about an hour. So it's that kind of day. Alec, the thing is, get in a group, man. Go join a group. Go look around. Whatever you do, Chico State's got a lot of great programs. Just go join a club or find a group. Just go up to the bulletin board or go online. You probably don't have bulletin boards. Go online to see and go to into the what's called the student life area, and just try everything once. Just try everything. Just walk in and say, "Hey, my name is Alec Rhodes," and yeah. Hey, Matt. Hey, Fire, how you doing? Like the haircut? Yeah, well, it's not much. Usually, what happens, Vanilla, is that I don't get my hair cut until the production tells me they want it cut. I have a movie coming out for Christmas, and they got a really good haircut, but now I'm just letting it grow until someone wants. And this. Yes, to this birds. We have Burbank, oddly enough, is the home to a large squadron of parakeets, green parakeets. Somebody let these parakeets out of their cages decades ago, and they just are everywhere. And around this time, they fly and they just make this horrible screeching noises. And they fly from here up to Pasadena and back. And yeah, it's kind of noisy. Yeah, man. Get your mind right. And what I would do is I'd find out what books I need. Whatever, you guys probably don't do books anymore. I don't know. I'd find out what the first month of study is going to, of homework. And I would start doing my homework now and get ahead of the teacher. And always stay ahead of your teacher. And ask them for, okay, what's the syllabus? What's our plan? And then just start spending time every day. Get in the habit of studying every day now, because the hardest part, you go to college and it's like culture shock. You spend all summer, either you're fucking around or you're at work, but now it's school, and you got to get your mind right. And that is, spend a couple of days thinking about why you're going, what you want from your experience at school. If you really want to gather skills for a career, you've got to honor that. You got to be loyal to that shit. You got to be loyal to yourself in terms of what your mission is, because you're going to be distracted. You're going to get lonely. You're going to go out there and Remember, you're there. You're always got people around you. There's always people. Just find your group, and be prepared. Preparation goes a long way. So make sure get a map. If you can take a trip to the school, do a recon. Find out where your dorm is before you move in. Find out where you're going to live. Find out where the dining comes. Find out where your classes are. So you're not running around like you're crazy on the first day. Do some recon. Take a weekend trip up there. If your parents, or go by yourself, or take a buddy or your girlfriend, and do your reconnaissance. So you're not walking around trying to figure out, I got to get breakfast, but I got this class. You'll have that all locked down. Right? That's the number one. And number two is really, really, find out what you're studying and get ahead of it. Get ahead of your study habits. And then just do research. Find out is there a group you want to join? Maybe you're a cyclist. Maybe you want to go check out or see what the school has to offer and take advantage of every opportunity. Fill your nights up with activities. An hour a night is perfect. Get to know people. Build a community. Find people who are in your same area of concentration, especially if you're in the what I call a hands-on. If you're in the sociology department, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You're never gonna get a fucking job. If you're in you're doing the DEI studies, it's useless. Maybe you get a handout from the government, but get something real. Study economics. Study something that's translatable. You got to look at what's the hiring. It's going to be engineering. Engineers always get jobs. People who can build things get jobs. People who know how to fix or solve problems get jobs. People who just talk about shit, who are academics, are going to have a hard time because now we have AI. So all those jobs are going to disappear. All the academia, and that's why they're struggling so hard to, to get things where they, their opinion matters. Doesn't just an opinion, right? Anyways, that's my dissertation. So do that. Make sure you're getting a curriculum that's going to get you a job when you get out. Okay. It can't be about going there and just finding yourself. Fuck that. You're going to find get a knapsack, go to Europe, take a bus around Europe to find yourself, but don't go to college and do that because you're wasting time. You're wasting money, but worse, you're wasting valuable time. Brock Fuller, let's see, was a shy guy, took a lot of positive self-talk. Good. Man, the way you talk to yourself is the key. The language you use when we talk to ourselves, it's like reprogramming yourself. I love what you're saying, Brock. I love it. You said high school in a week, man. Same thing. Get down there, study the high school, find out where your homeroom is, find out what your classes are going to be. Walk around, figure out where, so you're not there. So it's all not going to blast you on the first day. Spread it out. Find out where the gym is, where the bathrooms are, where do you eat, where do you go, just do a recon. Even if it's just driving around the outside of the school, just so you're familiar. And do your research, do your recon on the environment you're walking into, and then study. Go online. All these schools have websites. Find out. Go to the student life department and see what's out there. Maybe there's a chess club. Maybe there's an astronomy club. Sign up for everything. If you show up, you don't like it, fine, but just show up. Give yourself stuff to do. And the last thing you want to do is get stuck on your phone. You guys can't help it. You're addicted to that shit. Am I playing Santa? No, probably not yet, but if this goes any longer, probably will. Hey, George, how you doing? Wow. Do I think the Act Man looks like Woods? No, not at all. Yeah, George, it's been a while. It's been a really long time. Doing great, man. Doing great. Suicidal grapefruit. Shuni shows up. Yeah, I mean, her little business is taking off. Hey, Amir, good to see you, man. Glad you stopped by. Are there any? Well, most of the things I believed in all are conspiracies. They've proven true. The whole COVID thing's proven true. The whole Russian hoax is true. I mean, I never thought they were conspiracy theories, but now we have this thing like, okay, why was Donald Trump almost assassinated? What happened? I mean, a 20-year-old kid without military experience, does all that and defeats the Secret Service. Are you kidding me? Either one. Either there was some type of collaboration or guidance, or is the Secret Service really that inept that a 20-year-old kid without any combat experience builds a sophisticated bomb and gets 11 shots off at the president of the United States from 100 yards? He penetrated. I mean, so either the people who are taking care of the president are totally inept, or there's something else going on. It can't be just luck. All right. Well, Brian, the other thing too, and here's the thing that I always try to do. You want to ace your first test, because if you get an A your first test, it does two things. It gives you the benefit of the doubt from the teacher, but also it takes a long time to pull an A down to a D, but it takes a much longer time to raise a D up to an A. So start off, nail that first test, make it a commitment. And if you get lonely, just remind yourself, like, no, you're not alone. You got family. You're surrounded by people. The thing of being lonely is just you not trusting yourself and not committing to what you're doing. It's all loneliness is. Sonny, yeah, man, I play every day. I got a film coming up where I hope I can contribute some music. I'm back to organizing. I've written some really cool new stuff, and so I'm back to getting that together. I really had to put that to the side for a bunch of personal reasons, but now it seems that that's coming back around to my life. Got a lot going on. The next month, I may have a couple weeks off where I can get some of that done. So yeah, great. Thanks for noticing. Appreciate it. Good. Nervous is good. Nervous means when you're nervous, it just means you want to do well. Okay. And you got to trust yourself, and you got to just give yourself the tools and the time so you can be good at it. But you got to give yourself time, man. And go do a recon. Go to the school and do a freaking recon. It'll make you feel so much more comfortable. Gather all the information you need on day one. Do it before day one. It's called preparation. When you have that, it makes it so much easier. Hey, Jordan, I'm not doing that today because I really can't spend a whole lot of time here. I'm going to crank out here at 7:30. So I'm just kind of testing some new screens, testing the new microphone, and seeing just how the time, just see what the dynamics of showing up on Wednesdays as opposed to Saturdays. Ozzy Bacon, I'm doing great, man. Oh, that's tough, buddy. That's a tough one. Yeah, losing a friend. It's somehow that happens to every summer. That happens to somebody I know. That's a tough one, man. We had a couple go down when I was in high school. It's a tough one, man. Hang in there. Just let it be an inspiration for you to just carry on the best you can. Brian, I agree. Choose where you want to focus your attention. And if people are not moving in the same direction you are, they distract you from getting your homework done. If they're not actively telling you, hey, get your homework, or let's do our homework together. If they're not actively doing that, you got to let them go. You got to give up the lesser for the greater. And you're better off being a little bit alone and lonely, but getting your work done than you are, caving in and kind of joining into the idiocy. It doesn't serve you. Curating is great. But it is academia. I know it's because it's academia. Academia, basically, you don't really make anything. You just take what other people have done and then you comment on it. And then you have an opinion about it. And your opinion becomes its own thing. And then somebody has an opinion about your opinion. And then someone else has an opinion about the opinion about your opinion about somebody else's work. So if you can find a way to actually create something besides just a point of view, which is important, right? A well-curated show is so, but that is a skill that has to be mastered and taught by men. You got to find a master who knows how to present material, especially art, in a way that creates a result. I see a lot of art museums now, they're curated for, political purposes or, DEI purposes, which is, I get that, but it's not necessarily the best work because, we are making decisions based on other things now. So, but you're entitled, everyone's entitled to do that. I just don't participate. I haven't been in a dorm. The dorm back in the day, the dorms are great. I mean, I loved it. We were on a floor with a lot of guys I knew, all athletes. It was crazy. It was fun. And then I had an apartment my senior year. Tips on voice acting. Yeah, have a job. Have a way to support yourself because it takes a long time to be able to make a living, and you need time to develop your craft. So make sure you have a way to make enough money so you can go on vacation, so you can buy things, so you can buy classes, so you can get out there and see part of the world, learn to fly a plane, accumulate skills, because your skills will get you your first job. So don't worry, just make sure you have a way to make a good living and live a good life, and the acting will take care of itself. Well, this is the first one. This is a test drive. Just making sure that it works and making sure that people are showing up and doing all right. Got like 95 people here. It's fine. When you leave the military, there you go. There you go. Well, history. My hockey coach was a history teacher. He was important to me. He taught me about Russia. He taught me about Europe. He taught me about the Far East. He was important to me. Because he was actually teaching history, not the stuff that you have now where it's politicized. He actually, the good, the bad, and the ugly. He's a special guy. I have not seen it yet. Oh my God, it's 3 a.m. Glad you're here. All right, good stuff, man. Stay strong. Make sure you stay strong. Make sure you stay focused on the result, and that is develop, grow, learn, stuff your head full of knowledge. That's your job right now. It might have been me. No, actually, what did I do, back? I did a couple commercials. I did a Wheaties commercial. I did a Levi's commercial. I did a Bud Light commercial, and I did a Houston Chronicle commercial, and I did a Miller commercial. I've been in a lot of commercials. Yeah. All right, Jordan, go take care of yourself, man. Good stuff. All right, step in, you handsome bastard, you. No. Here's how I recommend you handle it. If you can avoid the protest, walk around it, because it's not about Palestine, it's not about Israel. It's outside agitators trying to cause havoc and disrupt your ability to get an education. Avoid it. If you can't avoid it, walk through. Don't take any shit. Move fast and walk through. And the answer is none of your fucking business. Keep walking. All right. Chances are you won't be harassed by people who are protesting on the Israeli side. It's usually people who are presenting as Palestinian supporters. They're not. Most of them are doing something else. So my recommendation is if you leave early for class, always give yourself an extra 20 minutes. If you got to circumvent it, do it. But if you got to go right through it, walk through. All right. Keep your head up, find it, and walk straight. And keep your head in a swivel because they get stupid. and keep moving. Just keep moving. Walk around and just keep moving. Move fast. If you got to jog, you jog. Okay. Most of these guys don't want to chase you. They're too lazy. That's my recommendation. And make sure that there's security around. And if it was me, I'd have pepper spray. That's me. I'm old school. I'd have pepper spray and I would have a tire thumper. That's it. You don't really need anything if you have a a laptop with a camera. That's how I started. Just flip it up, and you can go right onto YouTube, stream right on YouTube. But this platform is called StreamYard, and it just makes things a little bit easier. It gives you more capabilities. But you don't need to buy anything, dude. No, that was me. Yeah, that was me. The Wheaties hockey commercial, that was definitely me. Yeah, that was. I get off the bed, get out of here. All right. Oh, you just type in Wheaties hockey commercial. Yeah, Wheaties ice hockey commercial. Or just go James C Burns ice hockey commercial. It'll come up it's on my YouTube channel. One of my channels, yeah. Austin. No, I don't have any memories percolating on that. In terms of production assistants being nervous on set. Most are pretty cocky. Most of them, because they're film school grads and you think they know more than the director. So most of the PAs that I've run into, especially on the bigger sets, they're very cocky and very driven. There's all kinds. I have no real specific stories about that. Oh my gosh, Marwin, missed you, man. How you been? We should talk, man. I miss you. It's been too long. My perspective on the conflict, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. All I know is this, that back when we had Donald Trump in the office, the Germans were buying oil and gas from the Russians, all right? Paying the Russians billions of dollars. But they were asking us for money to defend them in France and other European countries from Russia. So they're paying Russia billions, but they're taking billions from us to protect themselves from Russia. Now, think about that question again, okay? To me, it has nothing to. I mean, I don't hear enough information. I don't know what I trust. I just know that when I look at where the money flows, of how it's being spent, and what's happening all throughout Europe, I question everything. So I don't know what's happening there, but I just see that what's happening in England and all over Europe right now, like it's melting down. They've imported, they've invited and are paying for social disruption from extreme Islam, and the countries that are resisting that are getting hammered, like Poland and Hungary. They get hammered for not letting in the disease. And I don't know, man. I think that there's a lot more that we'll never know because I don't have information to have an intelligent conversation about it, which pisses me off. Lightning Bolt, how you doing? I love when people reconnect on the show. I love it. I just fucking love it. Yeah, man, the Wheaties commercial was special. Thailand, I need to go. Haven't been yet. I want to get to Thailand. It's magic there. I want to see it. Yeah, that was me. I was 20, maybe 25 years old. That's a long time ago, man. I think that was 1985. That's almost, what, 40 years ago? Yeah. I'd love to. I'd love to. I leave for Chicago in October, and I'm on a movie, so I can't guarantee anything during October. But between now and then, I can. Well, I may have a gig next week, but reach out, Marwin. Reach out. We'll figure it out. Okay, just give me a date, and if I can make it, I will. Unfortunately, you caught me when I was in the middle of something, so at least I get out for a few minutes. I'm making movies, man. Making movies, doing TV shows, writing music, training, getting my knees back in shape. It's, spent a long time in Hawaii last year, so I've been busy. Shogun, I know, man. I know. It's like, yeah. That's welcome to adulthood. These are the things that we think about, Hey, DJ, it did. Well, congratulations. All right, man. I respect that. Congratulations. Marwin, you're the best. Yeah. Thanks, Conant. But remember, without you guys showing up and paying attention, none of this exists. So thank you, right? University of Michigan, it's great. I mean, great hockey team, great football program, great athletics. I think they have a fine medical school. I think they may have gone down Wokeville like Harvard has, lost their fucking minds. I think, because Michigan's got a strange set of politics up there. But great school, especially if you're going there for the actual training. Like, again, if you're going in for the academics, that's one thing. If you're going in to get engineering skills, CI skills, computer science skills, medical training, all the things where you have actually practical applied skills, I think it's great. If you're going just to, study philosophy and sociology, you can do that online, man. That's academia. And it's not going to provide you with a living. It's not. Having opinions is not the same as being able to fix a car. I'd say everybody should learn. I would revise and say college should be a place where you go and learn how to weld. Where you going to college should be a place to learn how to become a plumber. You want to make a lot of money? Learn how to work in air conditioners and move to California. Make $100 an hour. You make more than, if you work in electronics and electricity and HVAC in Southern California, you're going to make more money than a doctor starting out. People don't understand that. If you're a plumber, you're going to start out making $1,000 a week, minimum. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Learn how to do stuff. A camper van. You mean like one of those big RVs? I did that last summer for a little bit. I took a trip in an RV, and I would do it in a heartbeat. But you got to have the right, unless you have to really be cool being alone, or you got to find the right partner. If you have a girlfriend or a guy friend and you want to do it, I think it's great. I mean, you got to understand there's a whole lifestyle associated with it. You got to be a lot of preparation. But some of these RVs are like luxury hotels. They are stunning. So yeah, I still think about that. That is an option for me at some point. Yeah. Thoughts on Wisconsin? I like their cheese. They got Green Bay, and they got a good hockey team at the university. So yeah, Wisconsin's fine. Yeah. Just think of Harvard. Just think of people who are just trying to be contrary and want to avoid any kind of accountability for themselves. That's what I mean. Well, happy birthday, man. We are now permanently on the we are permanently on Wednesdays. Daddy McTavish. I don't know anything about this story of Undertale. My best pizza has to be, well, I haven't been in New York City in about 8 years. It's been a while. It was New York. Okay. New York, even New York deep dish, we call it Sicilian deep, is great. But there are restaurants here in California that they have one place in particular I go, and they have a pepperoni pizza to die for. Yeah. Anyways, there's good pizza everywhere. Yeah. I talk to Darwin once or twice a week. He's doing good. He's writing for a gun company. He helped me purchase helped me figure out what weapon to buy next, and I bought it. Pick it up Friday. Yeah. Oh, vanilla! It really is great, but you got to have some money to do it. You don't want to rough it. You want to be able to have the ability to. I mean, campgrounds aren't cheap. And you got to have water, and you got to have in the machinery. If you buy an old RV, it's going to take some work, and it's going to break down, and it's not, and you got to learn how to, be good with mechanics and plumbing and things. So it's a lifestyle, but to have the freedom to go park at a lake and live there, live wherever you want, basically, is wonderful. Yeah, but you don't know what you're looking at. You don't even know if it's real. You don't know if it's generated by AI anymore. The whole Zelensky thing. There's so much. There is no fucking way to figure this out. We can't. We just gotta. We just gotta figure. Okay, where are we spending our money? Just follow our money. Why are we putting money over there? What are we sending them? Why? And the first thing is, why are there 200,000 veterans not being helped, and we're sending billions to help veterans in Ukraine, spending billions to help people coming over the borders, but yet we have soldiers, many who I've met actually, who are being ignored. These are the things that we need to be talking about in this election coming up. Not that Donald Trump said something nasty 20 years ago. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Anyways. Yeah, Starlink is great. Chicago's good, man. Chicago. Chicago for me. Chicago pizza is more like pie. It's the size of a pie. So to me it's a pizza pie, where a pizza is something. It's it's a mozzarella and whatever topping pie. None. None. It's it's a pipe dream. It'll suck your brain dry. Don't do it. Go out, learn how to take the same amount of time and go learn how to how to become a plumber. Same amount of time. And I promise you'll make a ton of money. If you're a plumber, you'll have a job, make a ton of money. TikTok and YouTube, no. It's a waste. It's a brain suck. Very few people make a living at it. Most of those who are lying about it who do, because it's all image. It's image creation. I know a lot of these guys. They're barely surviving, And there's a few that are making money hand over fist, but that's like actors. There's only 1-2 Tom Cruises out there. There's like 25 people make 90% of the money in LA, right? And the rest are just working class folks. So I would recommend instead of going in and putting all the time and effort, just go out and You learn how to be an electrician. It takes you 6 months. Learn how to work, be a plumber, or air conditioning. Just build a skill. Become a welder. Jesus, welders make tons of money. Well, he's a genius. I think his stuff is incredible. He's an artist. What he does is incredible. So I don't remember the story, but I remember I'm a big fan of his. The NHL has never been a top 5 sport ever. The NHL has always been a sad sister. I mean, it's miles behind the NBA. It's light years behind the NFL. And even Major League Baseball, it's not competing with it, but it's like even Major League Baseball is just, it doesn't have the contract. There's a lot of reason for it. It's a cultural thing. Hockey is not part of the American culture. And it's a hard game to watch on TV. You have to know what's going on so you can actually, because the puck is really hard to follow. If you don't know what's happening, it's all this mayhem. It's like chaos, but it's not if you know what you're looking at. So. Oh, brother, I eat well. Yeah, I eat well. The only time I don't eat at home is when I go get pork chops or seafood. That's it. But steaks, burgers, hot dogs, chicken, my grill. That's it. It's my grill. Brock, it's like you make 3 or 4 times as much. I mean, most people with what I call a non-functional bachelor's degree won't find a job for years. Because who needs another opinion about, about sociology, or who needs another therapist? We're already saturated with that shit. And it takes decades to build up a clientele. But if you can rewire a house, or you can repair a sink, you're making $100 an hour, and people are begging you. I guarantee, most of the guys I know who've gone into the construction arts are offered jobs well before they ever graduate their class. They start working on weekends because once you have some basic skills, like cutting, laying pipe. You kidding me? They'll hire you in the weekends just because you got some skill. Most people don't. Here's a sad fact, and this is something that I was listening to Mike Rowe about, and I agree with him. And I was working as a contractor, in the contracting business a couple years ago, and the thing is that the level you have like master craftsman, you have what's called journeyman, and then you got the sort of the trainees, right? The interns. So the journeymen they kind of, you pass them. The master craftsman teaches the journeyman how to, perfect things and the finer art, and the journeymen pass on down to the neophyte, the newbies, train the new guys. What's happened is, because there have been so few new guys coming into the arts, that there's very few true journeymen to teach. So there's not enough journeymen to teach. And once these master craftsmen retire, there won't be enough master level craftsmen to really keep the quality of work as high as it's been for the last 100 years. And so slowly, as you get less and less, good at things, that will slowly erode down. The movie Idiocracy is now coming true. That's terrifying. The Ouija board, that's imagination. No. Furthest place from home, Afghanistan. Yeah. Spent a lot of time in Canada. My people are from Nova Scotia, so you're kind of right. Brother, don't even get me started on that fucking guy. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking about. I have no idea. Vendo, I can't agree more. Figure out a way to make money. Figure out a way to be independent from your. You do not want the government paying your shit. That means they control you. It's like your parents all over again. Remember when you were a kid and your parents controlled you with money? What do you think the government's doing? If they give you money, they control your life. You have no fucking independence. And this is what they're counting on, that you fold and you become weak and like, well, you can only live well if the government does it for you. And it's not. It's a control mechanism. Become independent. Be able to do things on your own. It's a big deal. Oh my God, halal. This is one of our favorites. The prodigal daughter has returned. She's an OG. How you doing, kid? Shogun, again, you know, being a broadcaster is great, but you are gonna go hungry a long time, because those jobs are far and few between. And graphic design, you're gonna compete against AI. And I do all my graphic design AI now. I do so much with AI. People have lost jobs. People I used to hire to do things, I now get my AI to do it in a fraction of the time for a minimum cost. So those are very creative things. Do them as hobbies, but get a skill, man. Get a HVAC, air conditioning, heating systems, plumbing, electricity, wiring houses. I mean, just normal things that can be used today right away. Yeah. And at some point, we're going to rebuild the infrastructure in this country. We're going to need a lot of engineers and people who know how to deal with electricity. Dude, just change your diet. Have you tried that yet? Have you tried just going on a fast, not eating for... Darwin just did this. He fasted for 10 days, lost 30 pounds, says he feels great. I've done that. So maybe try doing some other things before you start cutting yourself off. It's kind of like when people are emotionally lazy, they think, I don't like my body, so I'm going to cut my dick off. Like, come on. Let's really work at improving ourselves instead of depending on surgeries or drugs. You know, let's take a full effort at kind of working through our shit. You know, anyways, I probably should have said that. Hey, puppy, now. Yeah, they're good. They have it down. They have it down pretty fat. It has been 3 years. Look, the Ouija board. There's those who say it's evil at work, and a lot of it is just something else. And I just don't give it a lot of credence. Read a book. That shit is like it's like going to horror movies. Why do you want to scare yourself? Because it's your imagination. It's not real yet, right? Don't do that. I have no idea what that means. Oh, buddy, we have got to protect the Second Amendment, and we've got to be in communication, because it's true. Like now, even the police forces are now being drawn from the same ranks of the people who are far left. So they're going to have their own police force now, their own army, which is terrifying. And they've imported. So yeah, we have to have the ability to realize who's on the same side as we are, and just vote, man. Vote for Trump. Just vote for him. Get all your friends to vote for Trump. Just like help them get over the hump of that. Just hate him because this. Help them through it. Talk them through it. Don't argue. Say, look at his policies. Look at what the Democrats are offering. What they're saying they want to do. They just want to give people money, and that doesn't solve anything. It just gets control over you. Don't do that. You know. Yeah, man. It's like once the government pays for things so they have control over your life. And if they have the ability to cut off your food and cut off your money and cut off your water to stop your car, you're now living in George Orwell's 1984, you know? Oh, Vendo, I couldn't agree with you more, man. You guys are trained from day one just to not pay attention to your bodies, not pay attention to your health. You sit in chairs all day. Boys should be out running around, banging on nails, using saws. Everyone should be taught how to balance it, how to cook a meal. You should be given life skills, how to communicate, explain to, okay, what is a feeling? What's an emotion? And what's a thought? Separate, so sometimes you're not depressed, you're just hungry, you just forgot to eat. That's as simple as it is sometimes. So these are the things we should be training with. Learn to communicate, learn to write, learn to use to do math. Simple things, man. And all the stuff you're in basic history. But all the sociology that's being taught it's just a waste of time. And it's making you guys, and exercise. You got to be outside exercising an hour a day. 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes after lunch, and it'll change it. It'll change everything. But that's too simple. Massachusetts, I'm from Massachusetts. Did we talk about this already? What part of Massachusetts are you from? Yes, Darwin was mentioned. A creative block. Call it an opportunity, because a creative block is just it means you haven't gotten out and moved around enough. It means you're stuck in your head and you need to get out there and get in your body. So whenever I get a little bit of when the tap dries up, because I lost my stimulation, so I had to get out, take a walk, go read a book. Reading a book, not your screen, but reading a book in your hand. It is like it's like weightlifting for your brain. It makes your brain stronger because it forces your brain to create images. And those images are that's your imagination at work. It strengthens your imagination, and that's creativity. Yeah. There are those who say that. I don't think it's a satanic thing. I just think that it's, the human mind can do some strange things, Yeah, we gotta get people to start seeing the situation, Yeah, conspiracy theories. We talked about that earlier. Yeah. Checks. when you put it that way. Yeah, I know. It's funny. I've been bumping heads with people recently. I don't back down anymore. RFK. When RFK jumps on board, you got to okay, something's up. It's like I was on board way before that, but now RFK's here. All right, we're going in the right direction. Framingham, sure. My old management Southie. Yeah. Grew up in Southie and they moved to Waltham. So I'm from Pittsfield. But my dad's people are from I think he grew up in Southie. Gold Street, I think. Oh, he would have hunted the guy down. Yeah. Actually, if Woods were around, he would be volunteering as the head of Trump's advance team. They would send him and his boys out. They'd send him out to every location, and they would set it up where that wouldn't happen again. And bad guys would start disappearing. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, you can't do that. That's like saying, do you want a T-bone or do you want a ribeye? It depends on the day, man. It depends on the day. You can't even do that. Stones, Beatles and the Stones. That's. Yeah, there's a lot. There's going to be a lot coming out in the next 5 or 6 years. I'm reading a book now by a lady called Catherine Ponder. I love her stuff. And then another one's called Florence Scovel Shen. She's got I read her book every day. That's what I'm working on right now. Hey, Beretta, how you doing? The Go Man, what's up? Do I believe Bigfoot is real? Do I think there may be creatures out there that we haven't seen? Sure. Bigfoot looks like an ape. Can an ape have survived something up in the woods? Sure. Could have adapted? Sure. So it's not far-fetched. I don't think it's that far off. So. I'm a Ford guy, Ford F-150. Like Chevys, though, I'm not anti-Chevy. I've always had Mustangs and I've always had F-150s. That's my thing. But I have driven. The thing about the Ford and why I got a Ford F-150 is that the way the door is cut, there's actually a recess, so you can actually see the ground better. The Chevy is cut straight across in the window, so it's harder to keep your arm on there. And then you get a little bit of eye line loss. Ford makes a cutout in the door. It's like 6 inches. And you can actually see, you can see the mirror easy. You can see better visibility in the Ford. That's all. Yeah, man. Mass boys. Hey, Donnie, how you doing? Yeah, I haven't done a lot of deep search. When I hear things, I kind of do a surface search. I don't remember what struck me about being a Seventh-day Adventist. There's something about it that I found curious. Can you remember? Oh, Vaz. It's like, all of them, man. It's like one long experience for me. It never got interrupted. It was just going on and on. Because in between, games, we kept working on things, and I was doing Comic-Cons, and I was good friends with a lot of the people that worked there. So it never really stopped for me. Yeah, we lost Kamar and Sam. We never met Sam. I worked with Kamar live. The guys who were working across me were Andrew Hawks and Jeremy Dunn, legendary mocap guys. But Sam was never in the room. So the relationships you feel are because I knew these guys so well. We've been doing it for years together. I haven't spent a lot of time up there. I've worked in Portland. I do have friends up in the area. I need to get up there. Dale, sorry. I think he's a genius. I think I think he single-handedly saved us by buying Twitter. I think he now allowed for conversations to begin again, because when Biden and his boys, or whoever did it, they shut down. They as we find out last few days, they kind of strong-armed Facebook to censor things, and Twitter was not even censoring it; they were actually guiding information. So I think getting Twitter back there gives opposing thoughts. You can see, like if you weren't watching Twitter, X, you wouldn't see what's happening in England and Ireland, and they would never have a voice. So it's good it's there. You're in Seattle, yeah. Never been there. He'd have to be. He passed away. Unless he signed a deal to use his assets with AI, which I wouldn't put it past them. We are totally capable of replicating performances now. And there's plenty of, and his assets are relatively new. So I got a feeling that if they reached out to his wife, his widow, that she may say yes to that. You saw Lake Dead? Lake Dead was a very early film for me. You saw Lake Dead? I can't even talk about Lake Dead. I can't. Vendo, that's across the country. There's only pockets of people who think that voting for Harris is a good idea, or Biden. There's in California, yes, but where it is the junkies, and it is the people who take money, who live off the government, who want that because they want to keep the gravy train. So I don't know. That's a great question. Hello, good to see you, kid. We'll talk again. I'm gonna close up in about 7 minutes, anyways. Yeah, it's like there's a I'll explain that some other time. I don't want to get to that. Yeah, I think they would. The capability exists. Yeah. I am a truck guy. I have been a truck guy. I drive a Ford F-150. I will never not drive a truck because I have a King Ranch, which on the interior is like a luxury SUV, but I got a flatbed, so I can throw my hockey gear in there. I can throw trash in there. I can throw, I move things for people. It's a useful. So it feels like me, kind of soft and comfortable on the inside, but I'm useful. So that's how I see it. I had a small scene in that, yes. Stay strong, my friend. Good. You're on the right side of history. Small part. Yes, I have thoughts on that. I don't have any truck hats. I don't wear hats. I wear beanies when it's cold. It's tragic, man. Here's the deal. It's like when we transitioned out of the idea that if you're offended, it's somebody else's fault. Well, if I get offended, I really need to check out why I'm offended first. Because if I'm offended, it means somewhere I agree with what's being said. If I feel offended, it means someplace deep down inside of me, I'm agreeing and I'm pissed that you pointed out the obvious to me. That's what being offended is. So there was a time when we were told to, all right, check your feeling. What's, sticks and stones can break your bones, but names will never hurt you. That was a thing. You actually, sticks and stones will break my bones, and there's that thing, and that's gone away. And so now the fact that it's, the the word, I'm uncomfortable. And then all of a sudden, the world's got to stop because you're uncomfortable. You know. I love Mike Rowe. I agree with everything he says. I had a lot of help. I had great actors around me. Most of my stuff was done live action. Like I said, Emerson Brooks played Bowman. Great actor. Andrew Hawks, Jeremy Dunn, a few other guys. Yeah. Oh, Sean, come on, man. Come on. Don't do this to me. You were afraid. Oh, all right. I guess. Oh, two different cats, man. That's like saying, do you, man, I can't. There's no way to make that decision. I love Willie Nelson. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. Are you kidding me? There's nothing. They're both on the same playlist, put it that way. Spent a lot of time in Jersey, and I totally agree. It's like New York City. I totally agree. What I do is I kind of tune in and I see what Rachel Maddow's saying, right, on CNN. She is far left and it's crazy. And then I listen to the comedians and see what kind of horse shit they're peddling. Like Jon Stewart, who I used to really admire, now he's just gone off the deep end. They just hate fucking Trump. It's for no reason other than they just hate him. They can't. There's no way to get across. There's a problem at the border. So I listen to that, and then I watch a little bit of Fox News. And then I go online and I listen to the Epic Times. I listen to what's his name, Tucker Carlson. I love Sean Ryan. I listen to him in terms of like that. And I just look at a lot of podcasts. I listen to Jordan Peterson, and I just spread around my time and look at all the different. I try to take, okay, what are the facts? Yes, there are things that are matching, and then when the things don't match, I try to understand my understanding of human nature, and that is, all right, we're subject to physics. Highest entropy, lowest energy. Entropy being chaos. So when somebody gives you something, right? And the first time you get it, oh, you're grateful. The second time, oh, it's you. Okay, you're not so grateful. Third time, you start to judge it. And fourth time, you start to expect it. And so when we start tracking people who want to give away things, want to give you free money. Here, we're going to give you, here's $25,000 for a house if you're not even an American citizen. Well, where's that money coming from? You don't think that money's going to drive up the price of everything else? It's nonsensical. But hey, tell you what, college students, we're going to give you all your money back. Even though you went there and you took a stupid career and you can't make money, we're going to give it back. We're going to have you take that service, and we're going to take the money from the guys who are out there actually working, people who are actually out there doing things. We're going to take their money and give it to you because you made a bad choice. You just fucked over more than half the country, and that's how you collect votes. You promise people free shit, and that's what you're seeing right now. So, oh, Mustang, for God's sake. China. Credence. Sorry, Doom. I love it, man. You working. I love it. Working. Call me Trinity. Again, I'm not hip to that. No, I don't work like that. I like trail. I like blazing my own trail. I give me a character. Let me build something. Let me build it on my chassis. I I think he's great. I think the filmmaking is fun, but I think it's jumped the shark. Like, I love Tom Cruise, but I can't see another fucking Mission Impossible. I mean, it's the same movie over and over. All right, he's going to win the fight. He's going to take a beating. Just know that it's become monotonous now. Yeah, I need something else. I mean, Keanu Reeves is a great actor. I mean, Tom Cruise he's a movie star. As an actor, I think he's limited, but as a movie star, there's nobody like him. Nobody. Forrest Gump, but I'm not a fan of Tom Hanks. I have personal reasons why. If they ask me, sure. They haven't asked me. I think anytime you join the Navy or join the military, it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. But only if you go there fully intent on taking advantage of every educational opportunity and every experiences they give you. Take every class you can get. Get every certification you can get. Go there and just suck the life out of what you're doing, and you come back, with some skills, which is great. I think they're ridiculous. I think they make no sense. I learned nothing. I learned nothing from a horror film. Nothing, except how to be stupid. That's all. You watch horror films. People just stupid, do stupid shit. Carry a gun. You see a guy with a mask and a knife. Fucking put two in the brain. Put two in the. It's like have a shotgun by your bed. Somebody walks in your house with a knife, just blow his head off. It's like that's. It doesn't make any sense. Why people. It doesn't make any sense. People make bad decisions. Yes, but I'm also like, well, just pay attention. And anyways, I just don't see that. I just don't see it being useful. There's no education there. Greetings to your moms. Your name is Letitia. I don't know what that means. Oh, great movies. Great movies. Why? I mean, come on. Seriously. I mean, please pull that shit on me. Please. I'm in a pissed off mood. Pull that shit on me. Please do that. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's so fucking stupid. Halloween or Friday the 13th. Like, come on. It's like, there's so many times you look at it and say, what do you do? No, that wouldn't happen. That's stupid. So anyways, yeah, I don't, it's frustrating for me, Again, this is where it gets really interesting. I think there has to be a level of care available to everybody. There's got to be a level of that. If you get hurt, like urgent care centers, they're great. But the way we use the system is so fucked up, and it's the gouge everywhere you go. I mean, an ambulance ride is a couple $1,000. That should be reserved for people who are really in dire fucking straits. They make everything. Anyways, I just think they can reform it. It's got to be done smarter. Have Elon Musk come in and just do a cost benefit analysis and figure out the best way to do this stuff. Super Gene. Is it out? Is Super Gene out? Is it? I don't know. I'll see. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what to think of it. Pretty great premise. We shot up in a really cool location in the desert, but I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. Well done. Well played, sir. Well played. Well, wouldn't that be a fun movie, right? Woods with a cigar. Guy comes chopping it with a knife. Or just takes out his 44, blows his head off. Doesn't even flinch. He's got his car just sitting there on the porch. It would be funny as fuck. It just would be what a funny thought for a movie. Just like, there's a great and you got Black Rifle Coffee. They had this great skit. They're all The guys are all sitting around working on their guns, cleaning them up, loading mags. And then walks the guy with the mask and the knife, and you hear the noise. The guy walks in, and all 4 of these guys they're all ex-Rangers and shit. Like, and the guy with the knife goes like, gotcha. They do some really funny stuff on that. Like these people who are trained, there you go. Now he's now a tomahawk steak. I've switched up. Oh, really? They have there's set photographs. Really? Am I in any? Am I in any of the set photographs? They got the whole outfit on. Have you seen? I'd love to see that. Yeah. I haven't talked to Trevor in about 7 or 8 years. We don't really cross paths that much, Great guy. I remember him. Yeah, exactly. He lumbers around. Anybody with a baseball bat would just tenderize his knee, take his knees out. He's not going anywhere. Oh, dude, there's so many out right now. There's so many bad movies. I'm done. I can't waste my time anymore watching movies. They're so fucking bad. There's so much trash out right now. Michael Rooker's a professional, man. He got a lot of energy like this. Yeah, Freddy Krueger, like, really? That's the thing. It's pure fantasy. Slow moving. Again, dumb. Just why people want to scare themselves is, I don't know. It makes no sense to me. All right. I think all the most up to Star Wars 3. After that, it all went downhill. After that, he lost the thread. Not at all. Not at all. Depends what old stuff is. Depends on how old the stuff is and what it is. Oh my gosh, 20 after time. It is now 8 o'clock. All right, I'm done here at in 7 minutes, and I gotta go. So how'd it go? How did Wednesday night go for us? Do we like it? Do we stick with Wednesday nights? Do you guys like this? No, we had to figure that out. When I went to sit with Dave, we had lunch, and he invited me out to lunch and to talk about Black Ops 2. So we had the problem is how does Wood survive that? And what happened was I was thinking about it, and I remember I was watching YouTube, and I saw this video of a Chinese or Korean soldier, whatever it was. He was Asian, and the instructor is trying to teach him how to throw a grenade, and then he tried to throw it, and so basically the place where they throw, they have this little wall, and then they have this called and it's dug out around. It's called a sump, right? And so basically it's a hole, and they had these in Vietnam too. They put them in the trenches. So when a grenade came in, you just push it down this hole, and it would explode in the hole, and you survive the building went way up, right? So I was sitting there thinking, God, this is when I was thinking about how do we, in that moment does he die in an explosion? Because we never see the body, right? And then I started playing the game, and I saw that in front of that office was this loading ramp at about 6 foot tall. And I go, oh, that's it. What happens is when they came out of Woods had a lot of presence of mind and some time that when they went over, because the knife was right here under his rib and under the strap of the grenade lanyard. So he would have just take that blade, cut it, and pushed it off to the side, and the grenades would have landed on one side of the loading dock, and he would have landed below it, so it would have blown up and over him. Now he got knocked out by the impact of landing, but what happened was he just fell below the loading dock, and I got that from watching a YouTube video on some guy fucking up a grenade class. Good. I like. Oh, good. I'm glad. Glad I like it. Guitar. I have a Strat, and I got a couple of acoustics. Yeah, it sounds familiar. I have seen Law and Order. Yes, I have. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. The microtransactions are now on everything. Everything. I mean, even the way you're going to start watching your content on TV is going to become micro. I've done a few projects. They're called vertical content, and you have to buy the app so you can watch the show. And it's a whole new thing here. They're coming into your pocket left and right. Hey, Reborn, good to see you. Brock Maggiano, or is it Maggiano or Maggiano? And good day, man. How you doing, buddy? Are you in the island? Are you back in town? What are you doing? Oh, favorite Stevie Ray Vaughan song. Life by the Drop. Yeah. Jax, like I always say, man, appreciate the attention. Without you guys paying attention, then I don't exist. So thank you for taking the time to show up and be part of this. Big deal to me. Office? Did you move? Did you have an office there, or do you mean the office in LA? Are you moving there full time? Brock, there's so many questions I have about your life. I really do. Vega, if they offered me, yeah, we'd have to talk about it. You know. Well, The Exorcist is actually one of those films I would say is a little higher end, um, concept. That whole idea, that's and even The Walking Dead had so much. It was so the extrapolation of what would happen was really great. Like, okay, if there was a zombie thing, how would you And I liked it that the danger was a swarm. They were slow, so if you could keep your cool, you could avoid it. But if you got swarmed, you're in trouble. So I love the reality quotient and how they did that. Yeah. All right, I got a minute left. Anybody? All right, that's crazy. It's amazing that Call of Duty did that, right? Brock, that's kind of amazing that happened because of Call of Duty. That's amazing to me. Yeah. Good. I'm so happy for you, man. I am so freaking happy for you. Yeah. All right, Vanilla. See you next week. Yeah, I'm closing up pretty quick. Yeah. I think that's amazing. I think I'm feeling strangely proud of that. I feel like I had something to do with that for some reason. I feel like that happened because of Call of Duty, and I feel like I had a little part in that life change for you, and that's just made me smile, Brock. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not watching it. I just can't. The stuff I can't. That's turning football has turned into pornography in a way for me, and it's just the way it's done, and it's kind of salacious now. It's just the constant bombardment and the behavior, and I'm not really supporting it anymore. Yeah. Dumpling, I don't really have a big knowledge base about NASCAR. I don't. I didn't know that. I thought we met through the through playing the game. I didn't know that there was a prior connection there. So, I had no idea. Okay, so that's a whole other animal then. Okay, I get that. I thought it was just from playing the from zombies. So that makes total sense. Get it? Total sense. All right. Brock. Well, good, man. I'm glad you landed it. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. All right, Vic, thank you very much. All right, I'm going to bounce here. Everybody, Brock, congratulations, man. I get it, man. I get it. The island is a very special place, and the work you do is important. So, congratulations, and I hope the winds and the tides all turn in your favor forever. All right. Yeah, no idea. I had no idea. So, anyways, that's kind of great. All right, Brock, stay in touch. Take care. Get out of here. Everybody have a great night, and I'll be back here next Wednesday. All right, what's up?